Today we'll hear for member statements from the honourable members for the districts of Conception Bay South, St. George's Humber, Mount Scio, Grand Falls Windsor-Buchans, and Stephenville-Port. The Honourable the member for Conception Bay South.
Here, here. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, May 30th, I had the opportunity to attend and present the Duke Edinburgh Bronze Awards to 12 deserving young students at Frank Roberts Junior High in Foxtrot. To qualify, participants must undertake a balanced program of leisure time activities such as community service, areas of self-development, adventurous journeys, physical fitness, and skill development. This group has been involved in many challenging and worthwhile activities under the direction of a committed volunteer leaders. In speaking with participants individually, they tell stories of personal growth and commitment as they embarked on various challenges and opportunities. Mr. Speaker, I ask all honourable members to congratulate Mac Butters, Jimmy Clooney, Emma Dalton, Catherine Eason, Isabella Greeley, Matthew Hillier, Brady Lawrence, Rasami Newman, Ella D. Smith, Grace Sparks, Nora Taylor, and Brianne Warren. This is quite an accomplishment, and I wish them all well in their future endeavours. Thank you very much.
Hear, hear. Thank you. The honourable member for the district of St. George's Humber.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to make members and indeed all listeners aware of one of the largest cultural events taking place in this province over the summer, the Bay St. George Powwow, which will be held in Flat Bay on July the 12th, 13th, and 14th. A powwow is a unique event signified by social exchange, cultural sharing, and ceremonial rituals. Indeed, the powwow is a time of teaching, learning, singing, dancing, feasting, sharing, and healing. Powwows are an expression of culture, pride, and identity. It is a unifying ritual for the young and the old, a recollection of the past and a celebration of the future. The Bay St. George Powwow is a showpiece of the cultural revival which is happening amongst the Mi'kmaq people in this province. It is a wonderful event for everyone who wants to fully understand the multicultural nature of this province. Mr. Speaker, I encourage all members of the House and the general public to attend the Bay St. George Powwow in Flat Bay on July the 12th, 13th, and 14th of this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The honourable member for the district of Mount Scio.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to take this opportunity to highlight one of the many excellent schools in my district of Mount Scio. In May of this year, students at Leary's Brook Junior High practiced their coding skills, creating games using the programming language Scratch. In a Brilliant Labs Scratch competition, grades 4 to 6 students at Leary's Brook Junior High won 3 provincial awards for the games they created. The Best Artistic Design winner was awarded to the game The Cookie Mystery by student coders Selena and Madison under the leadership of teacher Stacy Hopkins. The Best Artistic Design runner-up was awarded to the Cool Cupcakery game by student coders Jane and Brooklyn under the leadership of Madame Carey. And the Best Technical runner-up was awarded to the game Star Swarm by Jaden under the leadership of teacher Stacy Hopkins. I ask all members to join me in congratulating Leary's Brook Junior High students Selena, Madison, Jane, Brooklyn, and Jaden on their impressive achievement, and for their parents and teachers for supporting their technical and creative coding skills. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And the honourable member for Grand Falls Windsor-Buchans.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in this House today to commemorate the accomplishments of Captain Adrian Whiffen. Captain Whiffen has been in the cadet instructors cadre for 34 years. He joined 67 Windsor RCSCC as a young man until he aged out. He enrolled as an officer in the fall of 1985 and has been in the active movement ever since. He completed his training courses and reached the rank of lieutenant. In his time with 67 Windsor, he held the post commanding officer twice and had been involved in marksmanship, band training, or whatever the Corps needed. He spent many summers working at HMCS Acadia, sharing his knowledge with cadets from all over the region. In 2009, after 24 years of working with the Sea Cadets, Lieutenant Whiffen transferred to 1916, where he became Captain Whiffen, and now he has amassed 34 years of service with the Canadian Cadet Movement and is retiring. Aside from his service to the Cadet Movement, Captain Whiffen is a small business owner in Grand Falls, Windsor, Through his business, Lefty's Pizza, he has sponsored many organizations throughout the community. Today, we recognize Captain Adrian Whiffen and all he has done to mold the young cadets that have passed through the program, which have led them to great success.
Thank you. And the honourable member for the district of Stephenville-Port.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to recognize Harrison Porter, a student of Stephenville High School. Harrison will graduate high school this year. Harrison has been a member of the 2904 Royal Canadian Army Cadet Corps, Stephenville, for 6 years. During his time in cadets, Harrison has had the opportunity to participate in many activities. His more memorable experiences with the cadet movement have included traveling across PEI as a participant in the Canada 150 Confederation race. He's taken part in a 6-week cultural and training exchange to the United Kingdom as a cadet representing Canada, who visited Scotland, Wales, England, Belgium, and France. As well, he attended an expedition to the Columbia Icefields in Alberta. In 2019, he was selected and attended a 2-week international expedition and hiked and kayaked through the mountains of Chile. In June, he will travel to Washington, D.C. as one of 2 Army cadets from Canada to attend a 1-week Junior Leadership and Academic Bowl. Harrison was offered early acceptance to the Royal Military College of Canada and accepted with the intentions of studying chemical engineering. He was also offered a career as a mechanical and electrical engineering officer upon completion of his studies. I ask all honourable members to join me in wishing Harrison well as he begins his career pursuits.